Hello, and thank you for joining us for this week's edition of It's Your City. I'm your host, Cortney Bloomer. Today's episode is brought to you by the Carson City 3rd and Curry Street Farmers Market, taking place on Saturday mornings in Carson City, June through September, and featuring locally grown produce, as well as live music and lots more. Check out the 3rd and Curry Street Farmers Market on Saturday mornings. Our guest today is Sheila Story. She's the chief nurse for the Carson City School District and also the nurse at Carson High School. Welcome, Sheila.
Thank you.
So, school is about to start again. We're coming up on the end of summer, just a few more weeks before the kids are back in class. And there's a few things that parents might need to know before they send their kids back to school this year.
Correct.
So, tell us a little bit about some of the things that kids need to have taken care of before they head back to school.
Well, for the first time, the Carson City School District is going to go ahead and ask all students to be compliant with their immunizations before the first day of school, which is August 22nd.
So, vaccinations are, of course, an important part of going to school and protecting all the kids in the school from a number of different diseases. But parents might not know that they will not be allowed to go to school without these vaccinations this year.
That is correct. So what a parent needs to do when they're enrolling their child into the Carson City School District is they need to bring the most updated immunization record to the counseling office or the attendance office where they register, and then their immunizations will be reviewed. And if they need vaccinations, we then will give them resources for where they can get their vaccinations completed before the first day of school.
All right. And what vaccinations do kids need to come to school at Carson City?
Starting in kindergarten, they need 5 DTaPs, they need 4 polios or IPVs, they need 2 chickenpox vaccinations, they need 2 MMRs, which is mumps, measles, and rubella, they need 2 hepatitis A's, and 3 hepatitis B's.
All right. Now, if kids have been getting their recommended vaccinations throughout their lifetimes, they're going to have these already, correct?
That is correct. Most of the vaccinations are done starting at birth with hepatitis B, and then 2, 4, 6 months, and so on and so forth. And then they go in right before kindergarten, and they get their series called the kindergarten vaccinations. Then they're fully compliant to start public school education. And then in 7th grade, before they start 7th grade, they have to have the Tdap vaccination, which is tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis.
All right. So the counselors in the attendance office will be checking these records to make sure that it's okay for kids to come and go to school. There are some kids that for certain reasons are not going to have these vaccinations. Talk a little bit about what circumstances might allow a child to not receive their vaccines.
Well, some students will not be up to date on their vaccinations if they fell behind in the immunization schedule or if they have some type of medical condition that would not allow them to get their vaccinations. There's also a couple other where you have the McKinney-Vento program. These are children who are in transition. They move here, their vaccinations got misplaced, so they are allowed to be enrolled in school without their vaccinations if they are part of the McKinney-Vento program, and also military families. If they're transferred to this area but their immunizations are lagging behind, we then do not delay their education. They can start.
All right. So they'll need to bring that waiver to prove that they meet one of those qualifications with them then.
Yes, with the exemption, what it is it's one-page form that they need to fill out. They need to get it notarized, and then they send it up to the district office for the Carson City School District, and it goes in front of the school board for their approval.
All right. And when is the best time for people to come and get that form? Because school is coming up. So if they're going to need an exemption, when do they need to have that taken care of?
Sooner the better. If they can go into the school in which they are attending, there should be immunization exemption forms at each office that they can pick up. And I do have nurses who are starting tomorrow who are going to be reviewing the immunizations as they come in on a pretty regular basis and get back to those individuals who need either vaccinations or the exemption letter. Our goal is to make sure everyone is taken care of prior to the first day of school.
All right. Now, for those kids who are determined to need vaccinations before they start school, where can they get those taken care of?
There's several locations where they can get their vaccinations. They can either call their private care physician and get those vaccinations taken care of if they can get in for an appointment, or they can go to the Carson City Health and Human Services. They have extended their hours starting August 8th through August 11th, their regular open hours, and then also August 15th through August 19th. They can go in on any of those days and get their vaccinations. Walk-ins are welcome. And then also on August 22nd, they will be open for students to go in and get their vaccination the first day of school and then come to school.
All right. So trying really hard to give everybody plenty of different options for getting those vaccines taken care of before school starts, and hopefully there aren't children who are unable to start school.
That is correct. There is also our school-based health center that is ran by the Nevada Health Centers. They're open on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 8 to 4 p.m. and they can go in and get their vaccinations at the school-based health center also.
All right, and let people know where that's located.
That is on Musser Street. It's 618 Musser Street.
All right, and it's over there kind of close to Bordewick and Carson Middle School.
Correct. Musser Street parallels 5th Street, and it's right there.
All right. Now, you've been a nurse in our school system for a number of years. What other things would you like parents to know about nursing care at school, and things that they might want to know about their children, for example, if they have a health condition, an allergy, something else that you might need to know about before school starts?
I think the most important thing to know is if a child is on any form of medication, whether it's prescription or over the counter, that they take on a regular basis or as needed, the most important thing is to bring in the correct documentation. But what we need is a parent's signature stating that the child can take the medication. We do have a medication form that they can pick up prior to the first day of school. If it is a prescription medication, we do require a doctor's signature. So it is best that they come in, let us know what medication they'll be bringing to school, and then bring the proper documentation the first day of school. This also goes for any type of procedures, like whether it has to be a breathing treatment, a tube feed, anything like that, same exact thing. They need to go in and bring us all the information the first day of school with the parent and physician signature.
All right, making sure that the kids get the care that they need at school. Now, throughout the year, as school goes on, a lot of kids are going to develop conditions or come into the nurse's office at their school for various treatments. At any time, can the parents fill out this form and send it in?
Yes, anytime throughout the whole school year. And they're always welcome to walk in and come see it. It's not a problem.
All right. Sheila, thanks so much for being here. Once again, we just want to reiterate to parents that their students need to have those vaccinations before the first day of school on August 22nd.
That is correct.
All right. And just for everyone's information, share with us where parents can go and learn about what those are online.
Well, with the Carson City School District on our website, the very front page, there is immunization information. There's also contact information. They can go ahead and contact their school and leave a message for their school nurse, or they can call the high school, and they can get a hold of me starting tomorrow.
All right. Thank you so much for being here. We hope that the school district has a great start this year and that your year goes smoothly. Thanks so much for coming and sharing with us, and thanks to all of you for joining us for this week's edition of It's Your City, brought to you by the Carson City 3rd and Curry Street Farmers Market. If you'd like to sponsor a future edition of It's Your City, please contact Darla at the address shown on your screen. I'm your host, Courtney Bloomer. We'll see you next week.